The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Molly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome into Washington High School. We are in Charlestown, West Virginia, for tonight's high school boys basketball action. It is a sectional showdown as the Washington Patriots play host to the Musselman Applemen. For Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Sports, I'm Matt Miller. Matt Crawford, a little under the weather, going to take the weekend off. John Alderton is running our TV10 camera, and Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. Well, a great matchup here in this one as Musselman comes in officially at 5-3, but they are 6-3 overall on the floor. They have won 2 in a row and 3 of their last 4. They're taking on a Patriots team that will come in officially 3-3, but when you look at games on the floor, they are 5-3, and they are winners of 2 of their last 3. Now, Jefferson a week ago had a little extra time off as the county went red on that color code map, and they were the only county that was red when the governor finally said it's time to scrap the map, and that allowed Washington and Jefferson to begin to get back to practice and get back to action. So the two schools ended up meeting on Friday of last week, and it was Jefferson who came away with the victory, 61-47, and so Jefferson with that win kind of taking charge, at least at this point, in the section for possibly being that number 1 seed. That makes this matchup all the more important for both of these teams as to who may be that number 2 seed and could get a chance to host that sectional opener. Musselman is coming off of a game at Spring Mills on Tuesday of this week. In fact, this is their 3rd game of the week, as they were also in action on Monday night, a victory over Broad Fording Christian on the road, 67-55, and then on Tuesday night it was a 65-43 win against Spring Mills. So that is back-to-back victories after that tough 3-point loss against Martinsburg. And as we mentioned earlier, 3 wins in their last 4 games. It is the second matchup this season between these two programs. And when you look at the first meeting, it was back on the 17th of March. And in that game that was played in Bunker Hill, Musselman came away with a 53-40 victory, and so Washington looking to even up the series, and these two teams looking to potentially meet again come sectional tournament time. So it is the Washington Patriots, again 5-3 on the floor, hosting the Musselman Applemen, coming in at 6-3 through 9 games on the floor. Now let's take a 2-minute timeout. On the other side of the break, we'll bring you as much as we can right now about what is going on elsewhere around the Eastern Panhandle. We'll tell you what happened with some action last night on both the boys and girls side, tell you what else is going on today, and some games that are coming up tomorrow as well. We'll look at all of that when we return. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance. Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back into Washington High School, where on this Friday night, it's the Patriots and the Applemen in a sectional showdown. Time for our check of the area schedule. Before we get into other action tonight, let's take you back to last night, and there was just one boys game, and that one was thrown together, in the span of about 24 hours. We got the word on Wednesday afternoon after 4 o'clock that the Bulldogs had been able to work out a game on the road at Bridgeport. So we followed them yesterday through some hazardous conditions in Garrett County, Maryland, and then working into Preston County, West Virginia. Who would have thought on April Fool's Day there would be snow and ice? But it was certainly an interesting trip, but Martinsburg made it worth the while as they got the win at Bridgeport 57-48, a 17-1 run to open that second half. Blew open what was at that point just a 2-point game at the intermission, and Martinsburg went on for the victory, their sixth consecutive win on the floor. Next up for Martinsburg, well, they're going to be right here tomorrow to face these Washington Patriots. It is the makeup of a game that was missed due to the COVID color map a week ago, and it will be a varsity-only game tomorrow. That game time here will be at 4 o'clock, and we will have the play-by-play for you beginning with a pregame right around 3:30 to 3:35 or so. Now, there will be a girls' doubleheader prior to that. I believe we heard that the JV game will start at noon and the varsity for the girls right around 1:30, and that will be a rivalry showdown between Jefferson and Washington tomorrow. And again, that will get underway at 12 with 1:30 for the varsity. They'll get the gym cleared out and then get ready for that boys action tomorrow afternoon. In girls play yesterday, it was Martinsburg with a 65-30 win on the road at Hedgesville. Martinsburg with that win and victories already over Spring Mills and Hedgesville, and now gives Martinsburg kind of the driver's seat for the top seed in that sectional tournament. Meanwhile, it was Jefferson defeating Musselman 50-46, and that means Jefferson has been able to sweep that regular season series. They have played very well against Martinsburg also, so Jefferson establishing themselves on the girls' side as the team to beat right now in the region. Musselman right there behind them, and of course that is again one of those sectional matchups, the way that the regions and sections are broken down this year with the now 4 classifications in basketball. Also yesterday, it was Spring Mills knocking off Washington 53-35 was the final in that one. That sets up what we have on our schedule as Washington at Hedgesville in girls play today, and then tomorrow, as we mentioned, Jefferson and Washington here in girls play. Spring Mills was scheduled to play at Hampshire tomorrow. Not sure if that one is still going on or not. Of course, Martinsburg at University postponed, and we understand Spring Mills at Hampshire Hampshire postponed as well. So the lone game on the boys' side will be Martinsburg here at Washington, and we'll bring that to you on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. All right, that's our check of the area schedule. No JV game in this one, so can't tell you how that one played out. It's a varsity-only affair tonight between these two teams, and when we come back, we'll hear from both head coaches as we continue to preview the matchup. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
And we welcome you back into Washington High School. Tonight, the Patriots taking on the Musselman Appleman. Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford enjoying the weekend off. Well, hopefully he's enjoying it. He's at least getting a little rest under the weather after the way that this week has played out. John Alderton doing our TV 10 camera work. Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. All right, let's hear from both head coaches. We got our conversations started with Musselman, 19th year head coach Derek Basile. We asked him what he wants to see in this one based on the prior matchup between these teams earlier in the season, in which Musselman got the 13-point win.
It was last game was a pretty physical basketball game, so we expect another one tonight. Like I said, they're missing some guys that they had in that first matchup, so we don't know how they're gonna come out. So we have to kind of respond to what they're doing. If they come out in the man-to-man, if they come out in the zone, we're just gonna have to make our adjustments.
You talk about missing someone, you guys missing Brendan Dolman. Talk to us about the way that your other guys have been able to now fill those roles.
Well, they've done a good job. Like I said, like I told you earlier, we didn't need anybody to take over. We needed people to step up. And, having Hardy coming off the bench, moving in that starting role. He was a starter last year. That good veteran guy, that really has helped having him there.
Do you feel like you're getting any type of a rhythm at this point in time? I mean, there's only 2 weeks left in the regular season, and the sectional's right around the corner.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit of a rhythm now. This is our third game of the week. It's starting to get into a little more of a routine of playing, once or twice a week, a day or so of prep. So we're starting to get into a routine, and we hope we can just keep getting these games in.
Right now you've been able to on a relatively consistent basis. As you're doing that, what is it that you are looking for as far as defense, offense, one side of the ball maybe more than the other at this point in time?
Well, offensively, we just want to be sharp. We want to keep, limit our turnovers. We've had some key turnovers in bad times, bad spots. We want to make sure we get at least an attempt at the basket every time down the floor. Good shot selection, we've talked about that. I think our shot selection has gotten much better. And on the defensive end, just keep challenging people when they shoot the basketball, and we're getting better every game, rebounding the ball, and not giving up second shots like we were giving up early in the year. We got to continue that tonight for sure.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. That is Musselman head coach Derek Basile. He talks about that rebounding. They come in averaging about 31 rebounds a game, but he also talked about limiting those turnovers. They are turning it over right around 15 times a game, and of course, this is a very athletic Patriot basketball team that, as we saw earlier this year in their matchup against Spring Mills, would like to get up and down the floor, and so Musselman would like to reduce some of those turnovers against a team today that can certainly force those. Let's turn our attention to the Patriots as we hear from Trent Hilliard in his second year leading this program, coming off a 12-13 campaign a year ago. The team right now at 5-3 on the floor, and we got things started talking about the first matchup between these two teams, and looking forward to getting it on again here tonight.
For us, you want to have some consistency, right? But also too, everyone's trying to manage this thing in their own way, right? So we just try to keep a routine the best we can. But also, too, just letting these guys know that, you need to be ready at a moment's notice. Anything can change, so don't get too high, don't get too low. There's going to be some disappointment because of, the world we're living now, but it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge, to say the least.
How are you seeing your team come together despite it all?
Well, we sit down, we talk about some things, right? But also, too, we get in here. We put the work in just like everybody else, but also too, it's just having those little conversations, away from basketball, just talking about things, what's going on in the world, life in general. So keeping them connected, right? Keeping them connected, and also too, just staying positive, trying to stay positive.
Big one here today, a sectional matchup against Musselman. You've seen them once before. What do you look forward to tonight?
Well, we look for a tough battle. They're well coached. They play hard, right? They run their stuff. And for us, we got to be patient as well too. So we need to make sure that we don't bail them out. And what I mean by that is we need to make them play defense, right? We don't need to come down one pass shot. So we need to run our stuff, be patient, and make them work on both ends. Again, they're well coached, and I expect them to be who they are.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Yep, thanks.
And there you go. That is head coach Trent Hilliard of the Washington Patriots. His thoughts heading into this matchup, hosting Musselman. Again, a 2-minute timeout. On the other side, we will come back and take a slightly deeper look at this matchup and present today's starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Well, back again here in Charlestown. We are at Washington High School tonight. The Patriots and the Musselman Applemen and get ready to tangle for a second time this season. Similar numbers for these two teams, at least on the offensive end, as the Patriots come in averaging about 58 points a game. They have given up 60.3 a contest. For Musselman, they'll come in averaging 58 a game as well, but they have held their own on the defensive end, holding opponents to 54 points per game. We'll see which team is able to exert its will as we get ready for the opening tip, coming up after a look at our starting lineups. So let's begin that look at the lineups. First with the visiting Musselman Applemen. Once again, they are 5-3 officially, 6-3 on the floor, led by 19th-year head coach Derek Basil, a record of 233 wins, 197 losses, assisted by Shannon Domasi, Carlton Branson, Tim Potter, Mike Davis, and also Artie Hartman on that bench as well for the Applemen. In that starting lineup is Trenton Wolf, a 5'7 junior guard. Also Caleb Hardy, a 5'10 senior guard. Isaiah Horner, a 6'1 junior guard. Jordan Holmes, a 6'2 junior forward. And TJ Stuckey, a 6'3 senior forward / center. Now for the Washington Patriots, 3-3 officially, 5-3 on the floor, led by second-year head coach Trent Hilliard. 17 wins and 16 losses for him, assisted by William Fleming and then Anthony Puller. It is Christian Longerbeam, a junior, who will get the start, along with Ronald Jackson, a senior, Bryson Fleming, a junior, Mark Farrow, a senior, and Cameron Harrington, a senior. Our roster does not give us heights, weights, or even positions for the Patriots. There you go. That is a look at our lineups, a 2-minute timeout, and then we're back for the opening tip and the play-by-play of West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We are back again here at Washington High School, where the Musselman Applemen will get the basketball to get things started. The inbounds from the near sideline, just in the backcourt from the center court stripe. Musselman in the Kelly green uniforms, white lettering, red trim. Musselman above the numerals, Appleman underneath of the numerals. Washington in the white uniforms, and they have the blue lettering and red trim. We're going to have an immediate foul, as trying to get into the passing lane was, I believe 11, Ronald Jackson. And yes, Jackson commits the foul. He ended up running into Trenton Wolf. So the inbounds now to Wolf in the backcourt. He'll work it into the front court on that dribble. Picking him up is Christian Longerbeam. Washington will start in that man-to-man defense. Cutting down the lane, Caleb Hardy takes that pass in the paint. Now amidst a double team. Basketball poked away. Nice job. Mark Farrow able to get a hand in there, knock it away, and then get the steal. Jackson into the front court for Washington. Shooting at the basket to our right. Longerbeam sending on that far sideline to Harrington. Put it on the floor with that right-hand dribble. Got into the lane. Short jumper rolls around the rim and out. Battle for the rebound. Keeping that one alive was Jackson. He's able to get it off to Farrow. Low post right side. His shot a little short as he tried to get it up over Stuckey. And back the other way. Here comes Musselman, and they turn it over. The pass to Isaiah Horner. Cutting in on the left angle and a little bit low. He couldn't handle it. It went off his leg and out of bounds. 7:14 to play. Quarter number 1. Musselman with a couple of turnovers in their first 2 possessions. Washington missing a couple of shots the first time they had it in the offensive end. Let's see what they can do here. Harrington giving to Farrow between the circles. Sending to Longerbeam on that left wing. Back around to Jackson on this right side of the floor. Passing again on that left side to Farrow. Popping out to take it is Harrington, and the offense being very patient for Washington. Driving down along the baseline left side is Fleming, and the short shot sits on the back of the rim, and then it gets tipped out where it's controlled by Carrington. He'll give to Jackson, cutting into the lane, has the basketball taken from him. Wolf with the down-the-floor pass, bounced off of the senior, gets the first 2 of the ball game. Stuckey in the lane for Musselman with that short jump shot that bounced off the back of the rim a couple of times and eventually off the rim completely and quickly into the front court. That's Jackson cutting in on the right angle, and we've got a whistle and I believe a foul. The underneath official I thought was ready to make the call of a held ball, but the outside official seeing Trenton Wolf with the grab of the arm, and he'll pick up his first. Each team now with a foul. Farrow triggering that inbounds, gets to Longerbeam, right side 3, an air ball, just didn't get his legs into it, and that rebound into the hands of Horner, into the front court to Wolf. A little crossover moving to his right, and we've got a whistle and a foul. That is going to go against Christian Longerbeam, the junior guard for Washington, going to pick up his first team foul, number 2. Appleman basketball with Jordan Holmes to trigger that inbounds from the near side. It's a 2-0 Washington lead. Low scoring so far in this one. Good defensive effort by the head coach. Derek Basil is going to burn another timeout. Let's wait and see. I think it might be a full timeout. It is. We'll take 60 seconds as well. 2:52 remaining here in quarter number 1, in Washington with an 8-0 lead.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Musselman inbounding that basketball out of the timeout, trying to get a good set offensively. Still looking for their first points of this opening quarter. Double team on Stuckey on that right baseline. He'll give it off to Long. Just to the right side of the paint. The 14-footer rims out. Got his own rebound. Down along that baseline. Double team. Feeds to Stuckey in the lane. Shot a little bit too strong. And there's the rebound for Terrence Jones. Jones working up the near sideline. Going to stop and pop. He got it. Went down the right side of the lane from the wing. Hit from about 8 to 10 feet out. Jones with his first 2. And it's a 10-0 Washington run to open this ball game. 2:06 left in quarter number 1. Musselman is yet to dent the score with 1:16 to play. Washington continues to shoot at the hoop to our right, and he passes it off, intended for Ferris. Just 3 turnovers unofficially for the Patriots. A 12-3 lead for Washington. Musselman basketball. Horner down the right side of the lane, giving to Stuckey to Holmes. deep on that right side. Starts down towards the baseline, then stops and pops. Got that one to go. Tough shot for Jordan Holmes.
Sports or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford a little under the weather. Going to be off through the weekend. He'll be back with us again on Monday. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. Washington with the basketball and a 12-5 lead as we get this second quarter started, and the Patriots work to Mark Farrow from the right side. His three ball up and good. He was just right of the top of the key, and that's the first three of the game, and it pushes the lead out to 10 for the Patriots, now 15-5. Holmes from the top of the key. His 18-footer, a little strong off the rim, and the rebound to Stoudemire, and as he worked to the midcourt stripe, we have a whistle and a foul from behind. I believe that's going to be on 3-1. Gorgeous job for Washington working to Fleming, low post left side. He spun into the lane, but then left that little underhand shot short. And Musselman grabbing that rebound back the other way. Holmes at the foul line, sending to Hardy on that right side of the floor. Started a drive down to the baseline. A nice job by Longerbeam to cut him off. Musselman forced to work that ball back around that three-point arc. Horner with it on that right side of the floor, works his way into the lane. His floater short off the iron. Farrow keeps it alive, but into the hands of Horner. Horner going to give it off to Holmes. Passing to Stuckey, baseline right side. His shot up and good. Finally, TJ Stuckey, who averages almost 12 a game, gets his first two, hitting that mid-range jumper, and it's a 15-7 lead for Washington. So that lead for the Patriots back at 8 now after the bucket from Stuckey. Harrington to Farrow, around to Fleming on this right side of the floor for Washington. Stoudemire with it. Musselman in that man-to-man. Longerbeam firing the three from the right sideline. It is an air ball. Never got the rim, and a foul going after the rebound. That's going to be a push, and I believe it's going to go on Mark Farrow. Pushing Horner. No, pardon me. They say Fleming. Bryson Fleming picks up that foul. It will be his first team foul, number 6. So the next foul is going to put Musselman at the line for the front end of the 1-and-1. The Applemen down by 8, looking to get something going offensively here in this second quarter. Scoring just 5 points in that opening quarter. Almost 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter, and the Applemen turn it over. Hardy tried to drive, had the ball poked away. Harrington came away with it. Nice feed down the floor to Terrence Jones. He went around a defender moving in on that right angle and banked it up and in. Holmes the other direction. His floater. An air ball in the lane that goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Washington. Boy, the Patriots doing a very nice job on the defensive end. They have contested just about everything that Musselman has attempted. Coach Hilliard has to be pleased by that. And on the other end, remember in the pregame show, he talked about wanting to make sure that they made this Musselman team play defense. Go through your offensive sets, work that ball around, don't settle for the quick shot, and they've been able to do that as well. Farrow working a pass to Harrington into the lane. He'll give to Longerbeam in this right corner. Picks up that dribble. Back to Harrington at that foul line. Down low to Longerbeam. That's a tough shot. Reaching back with his right hand in behind the defender, and that shot off the glass and the rim, and Musselman into the offensive end. Low post left side, a double team on TJ Stuckey. Nice job on the ball fake. He got one of those defenders in the air, came down on top of him, and that is a foul. It will be the 1-and-1. Waiting to see who that foul is on. Thought they said number 11, Jackson, but he's not on the floor right now. Nonetheless, it goes up on the board that way. So Ronald Jackson picks up his third foul, and TJ Stuckey going to step to the line. Front end of the 1-and-1 for the 75% free throw shooter. Foul shot short off the rim. Long able to tip that rebound, but Washington still controls. Got a 16-9 rebounding edge right now for the Patriots. Into the lane, Terrence Jones a little off balance, but still able to float that one up and in. 19-7. Washington pushing that lead out to 12. Into the ball game is Addie Branson. Almost lost it on this left wing. Musselman maintaining that possession, and Branson gets it again beyond the arc on the right side of the floor. Long takes it to Wolf here on this left wing. Starts his drive. Ball got poked away and out of bounds, staying with Musselman. Nice defense by Longerbeam, who was able to get a hand on it. Stops the clock with 4:39 left here in the first half. Inbounds will come on the baseline. Trenton Wolf will trigger it. That inbounds to Stuckey, who snuck in behind the defense right down the middle of the lane. Nobody picked him up, and TJ Stuckey gets the easy two. 19-9, that Washington lead cut to 10, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor as Longerbeam got to the midcourt stripe, tightly guarded by Wolf. We have a whistle and a 30-second timeout, and let's take that 30-second break as well, along with Patriots head coach Trent Hilliard. 4:29 to play in the half, and it's Washington leading by 10.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Back again here in Charlestown. Each coach has called a couple of timeouts, so 3 remaining for each team. With 4:29 to play in our first half, a 19-9 Washington lead. They raced out to the 10-0 lead to get this one started, led 12-5 after 1. Got the lead out to 12 at 19-7. For Musselman getting a bucket, and the Patriots turn it over as the pass in the lane to Longerbeam stolen by Wolf. Ahead to Stuckey down the left side of the lane. Shot blocked. Harrington with a nice block, and now we'll go the other direction. Jones into the front court down the right side of the lane, turns to his left, gives out top to Longerbeam. 3 on the way, and it's out of bounds. Missed it wide right. May have skimmed the rim just the tiniest of bits. And he was definitely off on that one. Little Scott Norwood there. John, remember that? Wide right. Former Buffalo Bills kicker back in the day. Sorry to do that to him, too. That's really tough. I shouldn't have done that. 4:01 remaining in our first half. 19-9, the lead for Washington, but Musselman with the basketball. Pass far side, knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by Jones. Able to get in front of Addie Branson. Is there going to be a foul? 2 officials going to get together, and yeah, I think they do get a foul, yes. As Terrence Jones has his second. He was just a tad late in getting there as he was lunging into that passing lane. He made contact with Branson, and the 5'10 junior guard will go to the line. It is the front end of the 1-and-1 for Branson. Looking for his first point in this one. Comes in averaging just under 2 a game. Free throw up, and it is good. He's getting a little more playing time here since the injury to Brendan Dolman, 5'11 senior guard. Went out with a broken wrist against Jefferson a couple of weeks back now. Second free throw rattles around, but goes through. Branson makes both foul shots, 19-11, the lead for Washington, and they got the basketball. 3:48 on a running second quarter clock. Between the circles, Stoudemire sends it to Harrington from the left side. Jumper up and good. Cameron Harrington, the senior, showing the range from about 16 feet out. 21-11 Washington. Holmes in the front court to Long at the high post. To Horner and around to Wolf on that right side of the floor. Starts a move to his left, and good defense. Stoudemire reaching in from behind, poked it out of bounds on the near sideline. 3:25 on a stop clock here in quarter number 2. Holmes holding that ball overhead, giving the inbounds to Wolf. Musselman shooting at the basket to our left here in this first half. Wolf down the right side of the lane, shot a little bit too strong, rebound too long, and he's fouled as he was putting it back up. He'll get a couple of free throws as that one came off the rim. Terrence Jones now has 3. So you look at that scoreboard, and you're looking at both Jones and Jackson with 3 fouls each. That's tough. Connor Long Deep knee bend lets the foul shot go, and it is short off the front iron. The Applemen as a team 3 for 5 from the line here in this first half. Isaiah Horner knocked down the only foul shot in that opening quarter for either team. Here in quarter number 2, the Applemen 2 of 4 from the line so far and make it 3 of 5 as Long gets 1 of 2. He came in shooting just about 35% from the line in limited free throw attempts in the early part of the year. 3:16 remaining in our first half, 21-12. Washington with the lead. Fleming into the front court on the dribble, giving to Longerbeam on this right sideline. Back to Fleming in the corner. In the lane, he feeds to Farrow. Didn't handle it cleanly, but eventually corrals it, and low post right side puts it up and in. Nice play, Farrow, to stay with that one. Didn't panic. Just continued to battle until he got a hold of it and was in good position to score off the glass. Stuckey with it on that right side, getting through a double team to Wolf on the near side. He was stripped of the basketball, but then Wolf takes it right back as he tips it to Branson. Holmes down the right side of the lane, feeding in the paint to Stuckey. Left hands it up and got it to go. Banked it off the glass, and he'll have an opportunity for the three-point play. Wait and see who that foul goes against. That will be on Christian Longerbeam. That will be his second. 9 team fouls. So with 2:40 to go in our first half. Next foul for Washington will put Musselman in the double bonus opportunity. Stuckey 0 for 1 from the line, able to put this one through. He's got 7 points all coming here in this second quarter. 23-15, Washington with the lead in the ball. Trapped by Musselman after Washington crossed midcourt, but the Patriots able to work that ball around. Fleming into the lane, sending to Longerbeam. Right side three on the way. Rolls it around and drops it through. Christian Longerbeam taking a couple of those. Hadn't made it until this one. 26-15, lead back to 11. Driving down the middle of the lane. Putting that one up and through is Trenton Wolf, 5'7" junior guard. Not going to hesitate at his size to take it to the rim. 26-17, Washington out in front. Musselman again showing that trap, and they get an errant pass near the foul line, taken by Horner to Holmes, driving in on the right side. That layup is good. Nice two-man basketball. Horner to Holmes for the layup. 26-19, and now Musselman starting to get a little bit of momentum. Out top, Stoudemire fires that three for the Patriots. It's off the left side of the rim. Wolf corrals that rebound. Outlet to Holmes up that far side. Holmes with a little hesitation got into the lane. Sends to Horner from the left corner. His three on the way. He got it. Isaiah Horner knocks down a huge three. The first three of the game for Musselman. And head coach Derek Basile helping to lead in the charge for his players as a timeout is taken by Washington. Nice run for the Applemen. And with 1:22 to play in our first half, we take a 60-second break with Washington's lead cut to 4.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Well, the last 7 points have belonged to the Musselman Applemen. Washington able to break the pressure, and now in the offensive end, slowing things down, seeing if they can't hold, maybe get the final shot, or at least get a easy look at the bucket if they are going to take a shot without holding, as we're down to 50 seconds to play in our first half. 26-22, the Washington lead at 4 points, led by as many as 12 not that long ago when it was 19-7. Jones on that dribble, Tightly guarded there by Calvin Klepner, who's checked into the lineup. Picks up that dribble. Fleming pops out to take it with his feet near the center circle. 28 seconds and counting in our first half. Fleming guarded by Holmes. Puts it on the floor with that right-hand dribble. Feeds in the lane intended for Farrow, but he was not there. And the pass stolen by Wolf, but then taken right back by Fleming. He got away with a travel. Ball goes to Stottlemyre, left side three. It wouldn't go. Fleming tips it. He gets it. His shot in the lane is up and good. Bryson Fleming for two. Inbounds pass and back the other way. Holmes working to Horner, left side three. Got it. Isaiah Horner at the buzzer, deep from the left side, nailing that three-pointer. Don't look now, but we have got ourselves a ball game. 28-25. The lead for Washington is at 3 here at the half. All right, let's take a timeout. On the other side of the break, we will come back and get into our halftime activities as we tell you how this first half played out. Right now it's a 2-minute break. Your score at the intermission. Once again, it is Washington 28, Musselman 25.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you are away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back in to Washington High School, where the Patriots have the lead over Musselman, 28-25. We are at the intermission. Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford a little under the weather, taking the evening off. John Alderton, our TV10 cameraman. Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. Well, it was a slow start, really, for both of these teams on the offensive end. Washington taking a 2-0 lead, a 4-0 lead a couple of minutes in. Musselman head coach Derek Basile burning a timeout, trying to get his team going offensively. Still didn't happen as Washington would score another couple of buckets, took that lead out to 8-0 before Coach Basile burned yet another timeout. The Patriots still able to put another bucket on the board before Musselman would finally score with 1:58 to play in quarter number 1. And the three-point play for Isaiah Horner cut the deficit at that point to 10-3. It was then a 12-3 lead for Washington before Musselman getting a bucket to close things out at the end of quarter number 1, and Washington's lead was cut to 7 at 12-5 in quarter number 2. Washington able to push that lead out to 12 at 19-7, and at that point Musselman began to crawl their way back into it, got to within 26-15, down by 11. Musselman with a 7-0 run cut that deficit down to 4 at 26-22. Washington with a bucket right near the end of that first half pushed the lead back out to 6 at 28-22, but Horner draining the 3 ball as the horn sound from the left side, and well, it's a 3-point ball game, 28-25. Washington out in front of Musselman. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. On the other side of the break, we'll run some of the numbers from this first half. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNRN TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Again here at Washington High School. Time to take a look at some of the numbers from this first half. Let's begin with the visiting Musselman Appleman. Isaiah Horner coming to life in that second period, hitting a couple of threes, including that one right at the end of the half. He leads all scorers with 9 points. That includes the 2 threes and going 1 for 1 from the line. 7 points for TJ Stuckey, all in that second quarter. He went 1 for 2 from the line. Then it's 4 points for Jordan Holmes on a couple of shots from the floor. 2 for Trenton Wolf on a shot from the floor. Addie Branson, 2 for 2 from the line for his points. And 1 point for Connor Long, who went 1 for 2 from the line. So there you go. Just 3 players for Musselman scoring more than 1 basket in Horner, Stuckey, and then followed by Holmes. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they've spread out that scoring as well. Mark Farrow, 7 points, including 5 in that second period. He has knocked down a 3 ball. Then you go to 4 points each for Cameron Harrington and also for Bryson Fleming. 3 points for Christian Longerbeam on a 3-pointer, 2 each for Ronald Jackson and for Braden Stoudemire, and I missed Terrence Jones, who came in off the bench and scored 6 points as he hit 3 shots from the floor. So there you go, the Patriots, again, spreading it out. They've made 2 3-pointers, haven't even attempted a free throw in this one. They have committed 10 fouls. I've got them at 7 turnovers and 18 rebounds. They are plus 7 on the boards in this one. I've got Musselman at 11 rebounds. They've turned it over 8 times, just 3 fouls in the first half for the Applemen, who hit 2 3-pointers, and Musselman as a team 5 of 7 from the line in the first half, and that is 71%, and that is what has helped to keep this one close for them, as right now they are down by 3. Another 2-minute timeout. We're back to get our second half underway from here in Charlestown, where the homestanding Washington Patriots lead the Musselman Applemen 28-25.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood. Looking to buy a home?
Extended left side, his 15-footer hitting the rim, the backboard, the rim again, and left of the lane. His floating shot short off the rim, but he'll get a couple of free throws as we get a foul on. Waiting to see who that is going to be on. It's 3-2. That is Cameron Harrington. The senior will have his first, and Horner will. He's 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one. Question on that foul as to whether Jackson held his hands straight up and whether that rule of verticality in effect. The officials, I believe, feeling he was still moving just a little bit even though the arms were straight up. The contacts came with the body, and Horner puts the free throw through. 39-34. Washington with a 5-point lead. And Stottlemyre checks in with Jackson checking out. Washington going to be right back on this floor tomorrow against Martinsburg. Varsity only that game time at 4. Our pregame coverage right around 3:35. Horner's second foul shot on the way, and it's good. So he gets them both. 39-35. It's a 4-point Washington lead and the ball. They have had the lead throughout in this one after opening up an early 10-0 cushion. Musselman is yet to be able to Jones on that right side. Wolf guarding him there. Jones maintaining that dribble. Started to his left, a little between the legs dribble. Got to his right and then passed it off, intended for Harrington. Threw it by him and out of bounds. I've got just 8 turnovers now for the Patriots, and now we get a technical foul. A technical foul that just got called on Terrence Jones. Coach Hilliard wanting to know what it was. So Jones has just picked up his 4th personal foul. Coach Hilliard not liking it. He is extremely upset in talking with our official. At the other end of the floor, it's going to be Isaiah Horner going back to the line to shoot the 2 technical free throws. So a pair of players now for Washington in some deep foul trouble with 4 each. And the free throw is up, and it is good. Horner has hit his last 4 from the foul line, as he is 7 for 8 from the charity stripe so far in this one. Another opportunity, and this one is up, and it is good. 39-37. The Washington lead now at just 2, and should Musselman come up with a 3-point play here, they could take the lead for the first time in this one. Wolf taking that inbounds in the front court. Coach Derek Basile on that far sideline barking out some offensive instructions. Wolf going right at Jones, gets down in the lane, trying to pass over the top of Fleming, who tips it away and gets the steal. Washington basketball with that 2-point lead. Jones into the front court, spinning into the lane, forces up that shot on the run, and we've got a whistle, and we've got a foul. I believe that one is going on Wolf, and it will. Trenton Wolf has his second team foul, number 3. 4 team fouls in this second half for the Patriots. Jones to the line for the first time in this one. Well, he does have 11 points off the bench and has hit a 3-pointer. He had not attempted a free throw until that one, and he rattles it home. Just the 3rd foul shot for the Patriots in this one, as Jackson missed a pair earlier in this 3rd quarter. That one rattles around and drops through as well. pushes the lead out to 41-37, I believe. Now we have an issue over at the scorer's table. They're taking care of that issue. They have just 40-37 up on that scoreboard. Jones noticing that. And now they do put it up 41-37 as both of those free throws were made by Jones. Whatever the situation at the scorer's table, it's taken care of. 2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting here in quarter number 3, 41-37. The lead for Washington. Jones off the dribble from the right side is 15-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound, Stuckey down inside. His shot didn't go, but the outlet for Washington stolen, and Beard cutting down the left side of the lane banks it in. So a rebound and a turnover for Washington. Musselman getting the bucket. Back to within a couple at 41-39. Jones backing his way to the foul line, gives to Farrow, right side three. Strong. Rebound controlled by Connor Long. He'll give to Wolf, and with 1:30 to play in quarter number 3. Again, Musselman Katayor take the lead. Wolf from the left side, 3 on the way. It's an air ball too strong. Went over the rim, never got to that backboard, ends up out of bounds on the baseline. That is a team rebound for Washington. You've got that extra space here at this gym where they could put in some bleachers if they wanted to on both baselines. Right now they can use that space for other things like, wrestling and or on the other end of the gym they've got the batting cage that comes down out of the ceiling for baseball and or softball. But that depth perception a little different here than some other schools. As Bryson Fleming works his way into the paint, we've got a whistle and a foul. Stops the clock with 1:14 to play in the third, 41-39. The lead remaining for Washington. That foul goes on Connor Long, his second, team's fourth. Washington having Longerbeam trigger the inbounds. Got it to Farrow, right back to Longerbeam. Clock winding as we near 1 minute left in the third. Longerbeam guarded by Wolf. Dribbling on this near side. Has the ball poked away, and Wolf gets the steal. Nice defense. Good quick hands. Ahead to Horner. Horner fouled as he was cutting in. Fleming trying to reach in and take that basketball away from him, and Horner came down a little awkwardly. He is to his feet, limping a little bit as he'll head to the line. That foul on Bryson Fleming going to be his second. Team foul number 5. Horner has lived at the charity stripe in this one. He has hit 8 out of 9. 7 of them coming in this quarter. He's got 10 points in the quarter, 19 in the game, and now he's up to 20. He has got half of their total. He has been the one keeping them in this one. Isaiah Horner, the 6'1 junior, having himself a game. Another opportunity here. Foul shot up, and he got it. Don't look now. We've got our first tie of the ball game. 41-41. Okay, you can look. 58.3 ticks remaining here in quarter number 3. Farrow with the inbounds. Getting it to Longerbeam. In the backcourt, he's being guarded there by Wolf. Longerbeam into the front court. Giving some instruction as he dribbles with that left hand to this left wing. Stoudemire now pops out to take it. Hardy guarding him in this man-to-man defense. To Fleming. Feet slipping just a little bit as he took it. Got it on the floor. Gets back to Stoudemire. Right side 3. Off the rim, and the rebound to Long. Long gives it to Wolf, and he will walk it across that midcourt stripe. Coach Basil on that far side holding up the index finger. I got a feeling he's looking for the final shot of this period. 21 seconds remaining in the third. Tied at 41, our first tie of the ball game, and Musselman looking for their first lead in this one. Wolf with it along that left side of the floor, lost his footing and goes down, and it ends up being a traveling violation. That is a turnover. It was accidental as some feet got tangled up and down he went. And now with 10 seconds left, Washington basketball length of the floor to go. Some token pressure by Musselman, and hang on. Our outside official is going to have the call, and I think we're going to have a foul. We are going to have a foul call that will go against Caleb Hardy. Underneath official not making it, but the outside official on the near side does. With 7 seconds left, the inbounds to Longerbeam. Left-hand dribble up this near side. Longerbeam stops, fires, three, an air ball, saved from going out of bounds by Farrow, but no shot able to be taken. We have reached the end of quarter number 3. Back with the fourth quarter of action here at Washington High School, where the Patriots and the Musselman Applemen are tied at 41.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Well, here we go. Quarter number 4 getting underway. Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford, a little under the weather, getting some rest here this weekend. John Alderton, our TV10 cameraman. Colin McLaughlin is at the studio. Tied at 41. Quarter number 4 starting, and Washington has the basketball. Fleming giving to Farrow on that right side of the floor. Left-hand dribble as he gets to the foul line. Turns, giving to Harrington, and now to Jones. Jones controlling that dribble. Don't forget, he and Jackson both on the floor and each have 4 fouls. Got to be careful here with just 30 seconds gone by in this fourth quarter. Harrington giving back outs to Jackson, feet near that center circle. Jackson with a left-hand drive into the lane. Feeding down low to Jones. He fades back, puts up that jumper in the paint. It's off the mark, and the rebound and the putback for Ronald Jackson. Nice job on the glass, and Washington again regains the lead. Musselman still looking for their first lead in this one. They could get it with a three-point play here. Horner driving in on the angle left side, took it right at Jackson, missed the shot, got his own rebound while falling down, able to get it out to Hardy. Hardy giving to Wolf in the lane, had the ball knocked away from behind. He goes out of bounds off of Musselman. That's a turnover. It'll go to the Patriots. 43-41. Patriots looking to snap a 14-game slide in this series, John. 14 in a row dating back to 2014. That was the 25-1 season for these Patriots when they went to the semifinals under Don Bullitt and Vic Holmes. That's the last time that they've gotten the win against Musselman. A turnover for Washington and back the other way. That was Jordan Holmes down the right side of the floor who drew some contact. And that foul was going to go against Ronald Jackson, and he is just fouled out. 6:39 remaining in this one. And Jackson is going to be done. Wow. He will finish with 4 points, hitting 2 shots from the floor. Went 0 for 2 from the line. Stoudemire back in. Jackson will set for the rest of this one. That hurts. Talking about a starting guard. Going to the line, Jordan Holmes, 69% foul shooter. Free throw up, and this one is good. That is now 15 of 18 from the line for Musselman in this ball game. One of the reasons why they've been able to keep it close after falling behind early. 10-0. Second foul shot up and good as well. Holmes has 6 points. We're tied again, 43-all. In the backcourt, Fleming working into the front court, pass to Harrington on that right side. Right back to Fleming, giving some direction as Harrington goes across the baseline from the right over to this left corner. Fleming with a left-hand dribble, goes between the legs at the top of the key, had it poked away, regains control. Jones now on that right side of the floor. Trenton Wolf guarding him. Jones maintaining that dribble. Again, works his way back into the lane. Forces up the shot and got it to go. He hit the deck at the end of the play. Terrence Jones has 15. He's been a key reason why Washington has the lead. In the lane, Stuckey could not get it to go. Ball got knocked around, and eventually Musselman controls. Three ball coming from the left side. It's good. That's Holmes, Jordan Holmes, who knocks down the three. And now it's 46-45, and there it is. Musselman has their first lead. And Stottlemyre from the right side hits a three on the other end for Washington. The Patriots back in front by 2, 48-46. Huge bucket. Holmes with it on the right side of the floor. And we have a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be Stottlemyre who will pick it up. Braden Stottlemyre has his second. That would be team foul number 7, so it's the front end of the 1-and-1 as Jordan Holmes will go to the line where he made a pair just moments ago. He's looking to reach double figures. If he can put this one in, it'll be his 10th point of the night, and he does. He knocks it down. 5.5 minutes left in this one. Don't go anywhere. This one is making for what could be an exciting finish. Second foul shot up, looking to get it tied again, and Holmes does. We are tied, 48-48, our third tie in this one. Jones in the backcourt, Wolf guarding him. Jones almost falling as he made a spin move. Giving it off to Farrow at the foul line, to Harrington, and now to Stottlemyre deep on this left wing. Coach Hilliard giving some instruction from that far sideline as Fleming now has it. Right-hand dribble drive into the lane. There's some body contact. That one on the floor. Not going to be in the act of shooting. I think that's going on Horner. It'll be just his first. It's team foul number 6. So the next foul for Musselman will put Washington into the bonus. Fleming taking the inbounds on the left side of the floor. Works down to the foul line, giving it off to Harrington, low post left side. He'll give back out to Stottlemyre. 3 from the left wing, rims out. Wolf the rebound. He'll let everybody start down the floor and then quickly get it ahead to Holmes. Left side 3 on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. Farrow grabs the rebound. He's been feeling it. He's got 7 in this quarter, 11 in the ballgame, but Holmes couldn't get that one to go. Jones now taking it right at Holmes. Draws contact and banks it in from the right side of the lane. Terrence Jones has 4 in the quarter, 17 in the ballgame. Holmes called for his second foul. 50-48 Washington, and a chance for the three-point play. Now the senior Terrence Jones getting it done, and the free throw good as well. He's 3 for 3 from the line. 51-48, Washington back on top. 4.5 minutes in counting in this one. Stuckey on the right baseline. Out to Wolf on that left side of the floor, giving to Hardy, but off his hand and out of bounds, just didn't look it in. I've got 13 Appleman turnovers now. 11 turnovers for the Patriots. They've got the basketball with that 3-point lead. Jones will work his way towards the midcourt stripe. Trenton Wolf waiting for him there in this Musselman man-to-man defense. Jones gets by him, gets to the foul line, has to give a little touch pass to Harrington as he was falling down. Harrington giving to Farrow, didn't handle it, but Stottlemyre cutting through the lane, grabs it, and he draws contact and will get a couple. He was trying to force that one up towards the rim as Caleb Hardy got a hand in there down across the arm of Braden Stottlemyre, and he'll go to the line for the first time in this one. He's got 5 points, including a 3 earlier in this fourth quarter, and Stottlemyre knocks it down. Both teams doing a nice job from the line here in this one. No free throws in the first half for Washington, but they've shot them well in the second half. This foul shot a little bit too strong, and a held ball going after the rebound. I believe it was Holmes who was tied up by Harrington, and the possession arrow was going to give it to Musselman. 52-48. Washington has the lead. Musselman has the ball, length of the floor to go. Midway through quarter number 4. Wolf on this right sideline, giving to Horner. Very tightly guarded there by Fleming. Horner going with his left hand to the rim, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Fleming going to pick up that one, trying to block the shot. Fleming has his third. Remember, Ronald Jackson has already fouled out. Terrence Jones, who is leading them offensively with 18 points, he's got 4 fouls. It's now 3 for Fleming. So Washington's got some guys that'll need to be careful down the stretch. Free throw good for Horner. Not a surprise. He's now 11 for 12 from the line and has 22 points. He leads all scorers. Horner's second free throw. That one hits the front of the rim but crawls through, and now head coach Derek Basile going to call for a timeout. It looks like it'll be a full timeout. Let's take the 60-second break with 3:53 remaining in this one. Don't go anywhere. Washington has the lead over Musselman by 2.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Now, when these guys met, the two teams that is, earlier in the year was back on March the 17th, and back at Klein Courts, Musselman won by 13, beating the Patriots 53-40. Totally different story here in this one. 52-50 is the Washington lead, and they've got the basketball out of the timeout. Working into the front court, Fleming beyond the arc, deep on that right side of the floor, picks up his dribble, sending to Jones here on the left wing. 3:38 and counting in this one. Farrow from the foul line, 15-footer off the rim, and the rebound, Connor Long. He'll give it to Wolf into the front court. Slows it down, giving some offensive instruction. Long pops out to take it. His pass down low was tipped and goes out of bounds. Harrington was the first to touch it. Then they're going to say that Farrow also touched it. Either way, it was going out off of Washington player. Inbounds coming for Wolf. Baseline left of the basket. He is still looking. Eventually getting it into Horner. Horner double-teamed low post left side as he made his move towards the rim. Fouled in that double team. It's either Harrington or Farrow, and it will be Farrow. That is Mark Farrow, who's got 10 points in this one, picking up his second. Team foul number 9. Horner has hit a couple already here in this fourth quarter. Foul shot on the way, rattles around and out, no good. Just the second one that he has missed. He is 12 for 14 from the line. Jim goes almost silent. Free throw on the way, got it. He's up to 24 points, 52-51. Washington with a 1-point lead in the ball. We're down to 3:14 and counting in this one. Jones in the front court. Moving to his left, a little between the legs dribble. Now giving out top to Fleming. Fleming into the lane. Tried to feed a pass that was knocked away and stolen. Long able to get it to Holmes. Holmes into the front court, right to the rim. Lays it up and in. That one rolled around the rim, but Jordan Holmes with the bucket. 53-52, the lead now for Musselman. Jones in the lane. His shot blocked by Long, but we've got a whistle and a foul. Connor Long, the 6'5 junior, saw that turnaround jumper coming. He came out to get it, but apparently got him with the body, and that'll send Terrence Jones to the charity stripe. Long committing his third personal. Each team now with 9 fouls, so the next foul for either putting their opposition in the double bonus, meaning they're going to get 2 free throws no matter what. Jones knocking down this foul shot. He's 4 for 4 from the line. He's got 19 points, chance to make it 20, and it's off the back rim, no good. Missed that free throw. Rebound knocked around, safe from going out of bounds, but into the hands of Harrington. Harrington, right of the lane, has a short jump shot that wouldn't go. Fleming, though, keeps the rebound alive. Out to Stottlemyre. 3 from just right of the key, didn't go, but there's the rebound and the putback for Mark Farrow. That's just great hustle by Washington to be able to get the extra looks and to get the bucket. 55-53. Washington now by 2. 2:18 and counting in this one. Wolf beyond the arc, giving to Long, cutting into the lane. He missed the shot, strong rebound, Stuckey. His shot blocked by Farrow. Long comes back away with it. Out top to Holmes. 3 ball from straightaway, good for Jordan Holmes, his second of the contest. 56-55. Holmes with that bucket, putting Musselman back in front by 1. Under 2 minutes left in this one. Jones dribbling from left to right, got into the lane, double clutched on the shot, put it up way too strong, got his own rebound, and this time the putback rolls around the rim and out, and in that battle for the rebound, Long comes away with it, but hold on, a whistle and a foul, as a couple of Washington Patriots were trying to take that basketball from him. I think that one's going on Harrington, and it will. It is his second, but the team's 10th, and we'll go to the other end of the floor for a pair of free throws. Wow. Really difficult shot that last time by Jones, just could not get it to go. And then in that battle for the rebound, Musselman came away with it, and now Trenton Wolf goes to the line. Wolf, an 80% foul shooter. First free throw in this one, puts it up and puts it through. Makes it 57-55. Now a 2-point Musselman lead. 1:40 remaining in this one. Second foul shot coming. Wolf looking for his 8th points. Puts it up and puts it through. He does have 8. And it's a 3-point lead, 58-55. Musselman with the advantage, 1:33 and counting. Jones passing off, intended for Harrington in the right corner, but it slipped out of his hands and he threw it out of bounds. Oh, that's a tough turnover. I know he's frustrated, but he's got to go back and play on the defensive end. And for Coach Trent Hilliard, he's going to go ahead and burn a timeout. I would have him with 1 remaining. See if it's a full. It is. Let's take the 60-second break as well with 1:29 left in this one. And now Musselman up by 3.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Here we go. Musselman basketball with that 3-point lead, and the inbounds in the backcourt to Isaiah Horner. Some full court pressure broken by the Appleman. Holmes in the front court, slows it down on the right wing, gives to Horner, and now they'll spread the floor a little bit. Wolf giving it off to Stuckey at the high post. Back out to Holmes, feet near that center circle. 1:08 and counting. Double team comes to him. Pass goes to Hardy. Hardy going to turn and give it off to Horner. To Stuckey at that high post. Out to Holmes, and Holmes fouled as Braden Stottlemyre stuck a hand in to try to get to the basketball. It'll be his 3rd. 11th team foul, so a pair of free throws coming for Jordan Holmes, who is 4 for 4 from the line. All of that coming here in this 4th quarter. They have hit 9 of 10 from the line in this fourth quarter as a team, and Holmes' free throw short off the rim. Chance to make it a two-possession game as he'll get another free throw. Long going to come in for Hardy on the defensive end of the floor for Musselman. Holmes awaits the ball from the official. I think we're going to get a substitution for Washington. No, wait. All right, not getting the substitution. Longer beam not quite ready to come in. Now he'll get to that scorer's table. Free throw on the way, and it is good. So Holmes does get one of two. He makes it a 4-point game, now at 59-55. Musselman with a lead in the ball, and we're going to get a timeout taken by the Applemen. Another 60-second break with exactly 1 minute left. We will be back after this with Musselman leading 59-55.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
The Musselman Applemen have gone 10 of 12 from the line in this fourth quarter. That would give them 24 made free throws in this contest out of 29 attempts. And that shooting from the line, a key reason why they have a 4-point lead. Washington basketball into the front court as the clock winds down to 53, down to 52. Fleming into the lane, passing off to Farrow on the left baseline. Right back to Fleming, again to Farrow. Step back three from the corner, got it! Mark Farrow knocks it down, his third three in this one. And Coach Hilliard going to burn what I would have as his final timeout. Oh, hold on. Hold on, they're calling the players back out. It was not a timeout that was taken. I do have each team with one timeout remaining, but apparently that was not the case. An inadvertent whistle, as an official thought they had heard the call for a timeout. Instead, it must have just been instructions being hollered out from the bench for the full court pressure. 59-58. Washington down by one. Musselman basketball, 43 seconds left. Here comes the full inbound, or length of the floor inbound. Wolf in the backcourt, fouled by Stottlemyre. He now has 4, so he's going to have to be cautious. Don't forget, Ronald Jackson fouled out. It's all the way back with 6:39 left. Jones has 4. Now Stottlemyre has 4, and Fleming has 3. So some foul trouble for Washington. Wolf is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe coming here in this fourth quarter. Free throw on the way, and got it. I tell you, they have shot extremely well. 69% foul shooting team on the season. They're shooting that or better so far in this one. Wolf's second foul shot up, got it. Wolf is 4 for 4. He's got 10 points. Let's make it 61-58, a 3-point game. Washington basketball. 32 seconds and counting. Jones in the front court. Top of the key. Gives it off to Stottlemyre. Dribbles to his right. Fires that three and banks it in. Braden Stottlemyre ties it up. 61-61. 17 seconds remaining. Into the front court. Wolf with it on this near side, and a timeout being taken by head coach Derek Basile with 11.6 seconds left. Again, I've got that as the final timeout for Coach Basile. I would still have one timeout remaining for Coach Hilliard should he get a chance to use it. Wow, 61-61. We didn't have our first tie in this ball game until the end of quarter number 3 when we were at 41 all. Washington then regained the lead before we were tied at 43. Musselman didn't get their first lead until 46-45 with 5:44 to play in this one. We were tied again at 48. And now here we are tied again at 61. It's been a fun one. Back and forth battle in a sectional showdown. These two teams battling with Jefferson here in this section. Martinsburg, along with Hedgesville and Spring Mills, battle in the other section of now what is 4A basketball in West Virginia this year. Holmes will trigger the inbounds, quarter court from the near sideline. Farrow's going to face guard him. 11.6 seconds left. Holmes takes the basketball, looking, gets it into Horner. Down to 9, down to 8, down to 7, down to 6. Horner going right at Jones, gets to the foul line, and we get an offensive foul. Horner is called with an offensive foul for a little bit of a push-off as he was going to spin and try to put up a 15-foot jumper. That offensive foul is a turnover as well, and now Washington could get the last shot with 4.4 seconds left. Longer beam to trigger the inbounds. Three-quarter court from the far side. Stoudemire and Jones are both back there. We may have overtime coming. Let's see. There is the inbounds, and Jones has it. Racing into the front court. Jones down the right side of the rim. Floats it up, and it would not go. There was a lot of contact as Hardy was trying to draw a charge. No foul called, and there you go. At the end of regulation, we are tied at 61. We got some free basketball on this Friday night. We'll take a 60-second break and then head to overtime when we return, tied at 61.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
So Musselman goes 12 of 14 from the line in that fourth quarter. Washington knocking down 3 of 5 from the line in that fourth quarter. 3 big threes for Washington in quarter number 4. A couple of big ones in there as well for Musselman. It all adds up to a 61 all tie, and Washington has the basketball, and here we go. Our extra quarter, I guess you call it the fifth quarter, underway. Fleming out top, sending to Jones on this left side. Right-hand dribble drive into the lane, was trying to pass it off, and easily taken away by Hardy. Farrow had cut away, and now the pass at the midcourt stripe goes off the hands of a defender and into the backcourt, so as Wolf went to get it, no backcourt violation. Musselman into the front court. Horner almost lost it, and now a collision. As going after that loose basketball was Braden Stoudemire, and he's going to pick up the foul. I would have that as his 5th foul. There it is. Stoudemire, the junior, will exit with 3:29 to play in our overtime. He's going to finish with 9 points off the bench, including a couple of clutch threes in that fourth quarter. He also went 1 for 2 from the line. Cameron Harrington back on the floor, and at the line, the free throw up and good for Isaiah Horner, only fitting. He's at the line again. He has been there all game. 16 times he has been to the charity stripe, and we have him knocking down 14 of those. All that practice has paid off. This foul shot good as well. He leads the way with 26 points. So a 63-61 Musselman lead now. The first points of our overtime period. 3:20 and counting in this one. Jones with it between the circles. Gives that circle motion, pardon me, with his finger and gets everybody moving around. Jones with it again on this left side. To longer beam. Back around to Harrington on that right side of the floor. As the ball poked away from him by Long, it's out of bounds on the sideline. It will stay with Washington. Harrington to trigger that inbounds. Looking, bounces that pass into Fleming, cutting down the baseline, works to longer beam, left corner three, hits the rim and the backboard, high into the air. TJ Stuckey clears that rebound, and now Musselman with a chance to add to a 2-point lead. 2:45 left on a running overtime clock. Wolf into the front court. Giving it off to Holmes down the left side of the lane. Split two defenders. The shot wouldn't go. Stuckey the backside rebound, and he'll back it out. And then as it knocked away by Jones, it's out of bounds. Staying with Musselman. 2:33 to play in overtime. 63-61. Musselman with the lead. Didn't get their first lead in this one until 5:44 left. Got it to overtime. Can they get the win for their second win this year against Washington? Wolf has it out at the top of the key. Longer beam on him. Wolf taking it to the lane right. Hands it up and in. Trenton Wolf has 12 points. Great drive for the 5'7" guard. Got the first step on the defender and went right to the rack. The lead at 4. Deep three from the left side. A little strong for Jones. Rebound to Harrington. He'll work it out to Stottlemyre. Longer beam from the right side. Longer beam's three did not go, and Long grabs this rebound. Remember, Stottlemyre fouled out a moment ago. Got my numbers crossed up. That was Longer beam with that three. Now Holmes from the left side trying a jump shot from about 12 feet out, and they say that he shuffled the feet trying to set himself up for that shot. That's a turnover on the travel. Coach Basil a little frustrated. Didn't need that shot at that moment in time. Took it a little too quickly in the sequence with a 4-point lead. So now Washington has the ball. We're down to 1:39 to play in the overtime. Fleming on that right side works his way down the side of the lane. Some contact. No foul called. Shot way too strong. Backside rebound to Musselman. 1:24 and counting. Wolf into the front court. He was losing his footing and lost the basketball. Harrington getting to Fleming. Fleming dribbling through some traffic, had the basketball poked away, and eventually Long comes up with it. That was turnover for turnover. Holmes in the front court to Horner, finding the cutter along the right side, and it's Trenton Wolf who gets the layup. 67-61, the lead now out to 6. Under a minute to play in the overtime, and Jones from the left side with a nice three. Came down and off the dribble, knocked it home. He's got 22 points. 67-64. That Musselman lead at 3. Let's take a 30-second break and then come back. 55.8 seconds left in overtime. Right now, it is Musselman in front by 3.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
We are back again here in Charlestown at Washington High School, home of the Patriots. A good one today against the Musselman Applemen. Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford under the weather here heading into this weekend, so he'll get some extra rest. Be back with us on Monday. Colin McLaughlin at the studio, and John Alderton running our TV10 camera, and our Johnny on the spot as far as making sure everything works properly. Good job. Here we go, Musselman with the inbounds. They get it to Wolf, and he throws it away at the midcourt stripe. Everybody had turned to go up the floor as he was getting the pass out of there. It's stolen by Jones, who drives it in for the layup. 67-66. Just a 1-point Musselman lead. The inbounds to Stuckey. He'll get it to Holmes, to Wolf. 34 seconds and counting. Wolf into the front court. Sending to Hardy on that left wing. Double team comes to him. Now to Holmes. Back around on the near side to Wolf. Down to 25 seconds. And Fleming eventually going to be whistled with the foul. Bryson Fleming will now have his fourth personal. And that will send Trenton Wolf to the line where he was 4 for 4 in that fourth quarter. Has not attempted one here in the overtime period. He gets 2 as both teams in the double bonus, and the free throw up and good. Trenton Wolf now 5 for 5 from the line. Boy, they have been lighting it up from the charity stripe in this one. Hopefully during that 2-minute timeout at the end of this one, I can figure out some of those totals. Second foul shot up and good. Wow. Trenton Wolf gets them both. 69-66, a three-point game with 20 seconds left. Fleming down the left side of the lane, giving to Longerbeam in the corner. Starts a drive, passes off to Farrow. 3-ball good from the right side. Mark Farrow with a yell after he knocks that one down. We're tied at 69. What the heck? Let's go 2 overtimes, right? Trying to answer a 3, just right at the top of the key for Trenton Wolf. Good, the horn sounds, and this one is over. Trenton Wolf went to the other end of the floor. The defense backed off just a little bit, and he drains the 3, and there it is. Musselman gets the victory, 72-69, a win on the final shot of the game. Wow, what a finish. If that's any indication of what sectional play is going to look like in a couple of weeks, bring it on. We are going to have a fun postseason here in the region. What a game. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and tell you all about it as we get into our post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge. They're on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Check out their Facebook page as they've got a great menu with daily specials, and you can find it all right there. Back in 2 minutes, final in overtime. Musselman knocks off Washington 72-69.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back into Washington High School. Matt Miller with you. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. Wow. As we get into our Palace Lounge post-game show, we recap how this one played out. And early on, it looked like this might be Washington's night. Musselman got off to the slowest start they could have gotten off to. Just could not get anything going offensively, could not get a shot to fall. Played pretty well on the defensive end of the floor, and for not scoring until 1:58 to play in quarter number one, found themselves down just 10-0 at that point. They got a three-point play from Isaiah Horner, and that got them to within 10-3, but still at the end of one, they were down by 7 at 12-5. In that second quarter, Musselman began to get some life offensively. They outscored Washington 20-16. The Patriots still, though, had that three-point lead at the intermission and never relinquished the lead after opening up on that 10-0 run. So it was 28-25 at the half. In quarter number 3, Musselman outscores Washington 16-13. That had us tied for the first time in this ball game at 41-41, and that was going into quarter number 4. It was around the 5:44 mark of that fourth quarter when Musselman would get a three-pointer to take their first lead of the game at 46-45. That was after we had our second tie at 43. We were tied again at 48 and ultimately had our fourth tie at the end of regulation, 61-61. Each team had an opportunity to win it at the buzzer, but Musselman had an offensive foul called on them, and on the other end, Washington could not get a runner in the lane to fall. We went into the overtime period tied at 61, and in that overtime period, wow, Musselman takes the early lead. Looked like they might be ready to run away with it, up by 6, 67-61, but Washington again would not quit. We ultimately got a three ball from Mark Farrow, his fourth of the ball game, that got us tied at 69, and then Trenton Wolf went to the other end, and the 5'7" junior guard from just right at the top of the key hit the game-winning three just before the horn sounded, and Musselman escapes with a 72-69 victory in overtime. Wow, Musselman improving to we'll call it 7-3 on the season, while the Washington Patriots fall now to 5-4. We'll continue to tally up some of the numbers during this 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, hopefully, we'll be able to bring you some of those individual and team totals. That is next on the Palace Lounge postgame show. Again, your final in this one, Musselman 72, Washington 69.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
Back again on the Palace Lounge post-game show. It is time for us to Take a look at some of the numbers from this one. We will begin with the individual totals. Let's start for the Musselman-Appleman. What a ball game for Isaiah Horner, finishing with 26 points, including 3 3-pointers, hit one other shot from the floor, and then went 15 for 17 from the charity stripe. Horner leading all scorers with 26 points. We then had Trenton Wolf with 19, including that big 3 at the horn that gives them the overtime victory. He likewise went 6 for 6 from the charity stripe, and that 3-ball, his only 3-pointer in this one. 17 points for Jordan Holmes. He went 5 for 6 from the line. He knocked down a couple of 3-pointers as well. TJ Stuckey finished with 7 points, including 1 of 2 from the line. Addie Branson, 2 for 2 from the line for his 2 points, and then 1 point for Connor Long, who was 1 for 2 from the foul line. For the Washington Patriots, Terrence Jones comes in off the bench, and what a game he had, 24 points. He knocked down a couple of 3-pointers. He went 4 for 5 from the line. He was a key reason why Washington had the success that they did today. And then Mark Farrow, 18 points, including 4 3-pointers, and had that one right at the end that tied it up at 69. He was so fired up, and you're waiting to see, okay, how's this going to play out? And then Wolf drains it at the other end. Rounding out the scoring for Washington, you've got Braden Stoudemire, who fouled out with 3:29 to play in overtime, finishing with 9 points, including a couple threes. He went 1 for 2 from the line. 6 points on a couple of threes for Christian Longerbeam, and then 4 for Ronald Jackson, who fouled out with 6:39 to play, for Bryson Fleming and for Cameron Harrington. Some team totals look like this. Musselman hit 6 threes. Washington drained 10 from beyond the arc in this one, but from the free throw line, it was all Musselman. 30 of 35 for 86% free throw shooting. Washington got to the line 9 times. They hit 5 of those, which was 56%. I've got 25 fouls against the Patriots, 14 against the Applemen, and that would be 28 rebounds for Musselman, and you're looking at about 32 rebounds for Washington, and then 14 turnovers for the Patriots, and 17 turnovers for Musselman. There you go. We'll look at the stats, and with that, we take one final 2-minute timeout. Come back and wrap up our Palace Lounge post-game show as we set you up for what is next for these two teams in our next broadcast, which is right back here tomorrow. More on that after this. Your final in overtime, it's Musselman 72, Washington 69.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
time as we put the finishing touches on today's broadcast presented by Smallwood Small Insurance and the Cider Press Restaurants. Next up for the Musselman Applemen, well, they are scheduled on Monday to take on Jefferson, another key sectional showdown for the Applemen. We'll see if they have a little momentum coming off of this overtime victory. Then it's back-to-back games against Hedgesville at home next Wednesday and then at Hedgesville next Friday. For the Washington Patriots, right back at it here tomorrow as they will take on the Martinsburg Bulldogs. That's not a sectional but a regional matchup, and that one will tip right around 4. Now there's a girls doubleheader prior as they have a JV game at noon, the varsity at about 1:30, and so then the boys game supposed to start at about 4, and we'll be here for that Martinsburg and Washington boys game beginning with our pregame right in the neighborhood of about 3:35. So that sets up what is next for both of these teams and what is next on our broadcast schedule. Thanks to each of our sponsors supporting our coverage of high school basketball. Thank you for joining us at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks to Coach Tim Michaels as the athletic director here at Washington. Thanks to both head coaches providing us with information and interviews for the broadcast, and to all the staff and the folks here at Washington High for their help and their hospitality with our game broadcast. For my cameraman and broadcast partner in this one, John Alderton, and our studio engineer, Colin McLaughlin, I am Matt Miller reminding you our final score in overtime today. It was Musselman 72, Washington 69. Until tomorrow, so long, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.